This is another in the series, First Reads, where I go and give a first reading of a poem I've never seen by a poet I don't know or don't know very well. I might have some insight, I might not, I might be totally wrong. I'm just reading it for the sheer joy of reading, not to be a teacher, not to explain, just to walk through it. So this one is from the Kartika review. It is the web address is at the top of the page here. Howl by Noriko Nakada. I don't know Noriko Nakada, so sorry Noriko. Howl I of course picked because of the... I feel like it's hard to do an English reference with Howl in it and not go back to Ginsberg. But I don't see Ginsberg straight off the page jumping out. But I haven't read it, so maybe I'll change once I go through it. So, as always, I typically look at the form first, just to get a feel for things, and then maybe that's just from being a poet myself. So look at this one. The wind tonight presses us all away from the ocean inland towards the past. Okay. Largely four-syllable lines. Not all of them. Four-syllable lines looks pretty consistent. Stanza, the second stanza starts with the wind tonight. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, both of the stanzas are the same length. They start with the same line. I wonder if they mirror each other in some way as different presentations or different poems on the same topic, just repeated, or something else. We'll see. Yeah, I only see that line repeat twice, so I wouldn't really get into it and call it an aphorism or anything. It's just a single repeat. Let's just read it. The wind tonight presses us all away from the ocean inland towards the past, away from the edge to where the air is dry, the sky is high, and mountains stretch to the stars. I like the short lines here. I think they work pretty well. Sometimes this many short lines feels too choppy, but I think with this one has a kind of contemplative feel. The wind tonight presses us all away from the ocean. So the wind is pushing us all, not a single person, but all, away from the ocean. It's pushing inland towards the past. It's as if it's... I don't know if we're supposed to read this metaphorically. It's pushing in to the person, as in inland, towards your memories, or as if you've come from somewhere inland. It's pushing you towards that, the past, away from the edge to where the air is dry, away from the edge of what? The ocean's edge, pushing you back towards where you've come from. Like you've made this trip here to where the air is dry, pushes you back to the dry air, the sky is high, and the mountains stretch to the stars. It's pushing you back to another place that you've come from, that you've been from, and this could be an eternal place, I think, or a physical place, right? Then we get a repeat. The wind tonight pushes us into dusty canyons. We get a more specific scene here. It's as if you're getting pushed back even further, like you've made it to the mountains and stars. Now it's into dusty canyons, presses dirt and cracks. Doesn't say what cracks, like cracks of people, cracks of feet, of eyes, of skin, or of something else. The cracks in the ground, it frees fronds from trunks with an urgency that has us all so unsettled. It's freeing these things from trunks, fronds, and it's unsettling in itself. It's unsettled us after all of these years. It's been years since they've been settled in a place maybe. They've come from a place and they settled here, and the wind pushes you away from that, because it's pushing you into the past. Well, that's some way in which the wind is reminding us of where we've been and where we've come from. A nice little poem, Noriko Nakada. There's a bio about this person beforehand. I have it slightly cut off here. Teaches middle school. Interesting. Nice little poem. It was enjoyable to have a first read of.